Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to you, Aki, and pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be a quick breakdown of an article I came across, right, dealing with U.S. nuclear weapons deployed to UK for the first time in 17 years. Now, the article is from Newsweek, but I had AI go through it, break it down real quick. So I'm going to read through some of the bullet points on the reasoning why. Well, we all know the reasoning why nukes are moving all around, because we got to fulfill this prophecy, man. Hey, we got to fulfill this prophecy, you know? So this is what it says. It says U.S. deployed nuclear weapons to UK, specifically at RAF, which stands for the Royal Air Force, for the first time since 2008, primarily in response to heightened tensions with Russia. This move is driven by several strategic considerations. Countering Russian aggression. The deployment is a reaction to Russia's actions, including the invasion of Ukraine in 2014 and 2022, frequent nuclear threats, and deployment of tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus. These actions have raised concerns among NATO members, particularly Eastern Europe, about potential Russian expansionism. Stationing U.S. nuclear weapons in the UK signals NATO's resolve and strengthens deterrence, right, against Russia. So all these things are happening for a reason. So when all this posturing finally stops, man, the Lord puts the spirit on these people to fire them things off. Hey, we're going to see these prophecies be fulfilled, man. And the number one prophecy that's going to be fulfilled is good old Mystery Babylon, also known as America, becoming the world's largest desert. All right? This destruction is real. These prophecies are real. And they're playing out in real life. Everything is getting set up to have nuclear war happen on this planet. Right? So let's start with the book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there." Right? "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures and owls." So it's going to be just one huge desert, man, a wasteland. All right? And animals running around. So this is what's going to happen to this place over here, man. That's the future of America, in case you didn't know. All right? Let's go into the book of Jeremiah chapter 49 and 17. Because it says it in many different scriptures, man. Repeating this point, because this is a heavy, heavy future judgment. Jeremiah 49 and 17. "Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities, thereof saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall son of man dwell in it." Right? So this is not the place where people come to make it anymore. This is not going to be the place where they claim the streets are made of gold. You know, I'm coming here for a better future. And all that shit is going to be destroyed. All right? According to the scriptures. From there, let's stay in Jeremiah. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." So the Lord is going to be guiding. The Lord is going to be in the spirit of guiding and controlling these missiles. I always tell the story of how the chariots flew over this military base And and it used to be on YouTube. I'm not sure if they took the video down or not, but it was military personnel who told a story that he deemed it a UFO flew over the base, right? These underground silos, missile silos with nuclear silos, and the chariot activated the missiles in them, turning them on, got them ready to launch, turned it off, and then flew off, man. And he was amazed. So like I said, the Lord is going to control these things and make sure it goes off as planned. It says, as Chaldeus shall be a spoil, all the spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because you were glad, because you rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Right? So, most importantly, they're going to be destroyed of what they did to the Israelites here in this land. They got a lot of blood on their hands in this land on what they did to the 12 tribes, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans right here in this land. Right? Mystery Babylon. Esau Edom has a lot to pay for. Right? All over the earth, but generally I'm talking right here, this place, Mystery Babylon, has a lot of judgment on her back. Verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Right, so America came out of what? Was it England? Right? And in these end days, and they're shipping what? Weapons to England right now, in a way as a deterrent to try to slow down Putin and Russia, right? So the Lord is stirring all these nations up to go at each other eventually, man. And even where some of the ones that's on the U.S. side in the NATO, the U.S. going to do something egregious, and they're going to turn on them also, man. So it's going to be beautiful in these end days, man. The Lord is going to make these things happen, right? It says, Jeremiah 15:13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. So the Lord is going to put the spirit on these nations to destroy this bitch, man. Right? These nations don't like what's going on with America, man. How they're making them deal, how Trump is making them deal certain ways with these tariffs. They don't like that shit, man. They might capitulate or do it to keep their nation going because America is the biggest marketplace to sell at, and they want to have access to American markets and American customers. But deep down, they really not fucking with America like that. See if I got any more. Yeah, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood far off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this? Right? This is a future prophecy, future image of people looking at the great destruction of America, man. Right? In that article I was mentioning earlier about U.S. deploying nukes over there, they're getting ready, man. This World War III, which is going to be a nuclear war, is being prepared right before everybody faces. It says, Revelation 18:19, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein we were made rich, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Right? Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more. So that's that nuclear destruction that we've been reading about through all these different precepts. So this is what's on the accord right? This is what's on the to-do list for the Most High, all right, is the destruction of this place. That's the point. I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Shalom the next time.